right, this is a suggestion via a channel member, guys. So the name of the video is, so what happens when pirates attack U.S. Navy ships? This is coming from the channel Navy Media. All right, let's jump into it.
AM, Gulf of Aden. A distress call cuts through the static. This is merchant vessel Al Rayhan. Multiple fast skiffs approaching. 28 knots, bearing 221, closing fast. 14 nautical miles away, a U.S. Navy destroyer receives the transmission. The bridge falls silent for half a second. Then, everything moves at once. Combat, bridge, mark the position. Helm, come to 085. The destroyer's bow turns sharply, slicing through the humid dawn. On the radar, several small blips appear, darting toward the merchant vessel. The crew doesn't need a second look. They've seen
they know what's
pattern
coming.
before.
Right.
The Gulf of Aden's morning haze glows orange, reflecting off the water like fire. Through binoculars, faint wakes streak the surface. 4, maybe 5 skiffs. Tiny white arrows cutting across the sea at 30 knots.
Hey guys, I'm trying to go ahead and guess what's going to happen here. The pirates are going to lose.
Each one carries 6 to 8 men, faces hidden under scarves, AKs slung tight. Skiffs in half-circle formation, the radio operator calls. CPA less than 2 miles if they hold course. Copy. Maintain radio watch on channel 16. The destroyer's engines hum deeper.
Look at that big
In the
beauty,
Combat
guys.
Information Center, watchstanders track bearings and speeds. The merchant ship Al Rayhan is moving at just 12 knots, too slow to outrun anyone. The Navy destroyer isn't there to hunt. It's part of a convoy escort rotation, patrolling the internationally recognized transit corridor, or the IRTC. Now, that quiet patrol has just turned into a rescue. Over channel 16, the radio bursts again. They're closing fast. We see weapons. The Navy bridge officer stays calm. Merchant vessel Al Rayhan, this is the United States Navy warship. Hold course, we are inbound. The skiffs fan out across the sea. 5 small boats racing side by side, their Yamaha engines screaming against the chop. Each hull bounces violently off the swell, throwing up white spray that glitters under the rising sun. These aren't random fishermen. This is a practice formation, a half-moon intercept designed to box their target in. The Al Rayhan's bridge crew can see them now. Small, dark figures standing upright. One man holding a ladder, another a grappling hook. Someone raises what looks like an old PKM machine gun, but no one fires yet. These pirates don't want to fight. They want the cargo.
Right, they want to live
The
and
ship's master keeps his voice steady
pillage.
as he transmits again. Fast craft now within 3 nautical miles, bearing 215. We are maintaining speed 12 knots. In the destroyer's Combat Information Center, the distance counter ticks down. The operators know the pirates' tactics by heart. Close fast, intimidate, force the merchant to slow or stop. Estimate skiff speed 31 knots, one of the sailors reports. At that rate, they'll reach visual range in under 6 minutes. Through the destroyer's mast-mounted optics, the scene becomes clear. 5 skiffs in a staggered line, each leaving a wake shaped like a claw mark. Their coordination is tight, too tight for coincidence. The lead boat carries a long aluminum ladder, strapped across the bow, the universal sign of intent.
oh yeah, we know what's
The
going on here,
destroyer's
guys.
radar paints the picture in crisp detail. Every skiff marked with a steady green track. Bridge watchstanders don headsets. The officer of the deck glances at the screen, then at the horizon. Combat, bridge. We'll cross within 10 nautical miles of the merchant in 4 minutes. Notify air detachment. Outside, the sea vibrates with the low rumble of turbines spooling higher. The ship's bow wave steepens as the engines push past 20 knots. Meanwhile, the skiffs adjust their course again, pivoting slightly to intercept both the Al Rayhan and whatever is coming toward them.
Absolutely.
For the first time, the pirates hesitate. They've spotted something big on the horizon. A gray shape again.
Oh, guys, we're coming. If you thought for a second you were going to get away with this, all right, knowing that we're specifically in the area, bro, are you crazy? You hate life? All right.
The morning glare. They just don't know yet that it's about to change their
Oh,
plans
yeah.
completely. Set condition 3 throughout the ship. The call echoes through the destroyer's passageways. Firm, calm, professional. Condition 3 means that every combat station is manned. All systems are ready, but the weapons remain cold. The crew snaps into motion.
For now.
Not with panic, but with precision.
For now,
This isn't
guys.
their first close call. The destroyer, an Arleigh Burke-class destroyer, pushes to 24 knots. Spray bursts over the bow as it cuts through the swell. Radar dishes turning in unison. The bridge team keeps eye on the horizon while the CIC updates the tactical plot.
Guys, this
The
is so cool.
Han dead ahead.
Like, I just want to go ahead and point out something real quickly, guys. Listen, I've never been in the military, right? I have no one in my family that has been in the military at all, neither, right? But just understand this here. I see this and I'm like, guys, these are like the coolest people on the planet, bro. Like, they're out here living the dream. All right? They are. Like, look at all this technology. All right? Like, imagine being able to sit down, like, live your best life, obviously. Don't get me wrong here. I'm sure it comes with its own, like, you know, struggles and demands and things like that, right? But just understand, this looks super cool. Like, I'm proud of these guys.
5 pirate skiffs closing fast. Channel 16 transmission ready, the communications officer says. The commanding officer nods. Send it. Over the open radio. Unidentified vessels bearing 215. This is United States Navy warship.
Yep.
You are approaching a protected merchant vessel inside the IRTC. Alter course immediately. No response. The destroyer's bridge holds the line. Firm, not aggressive.
This is
The message
bureaucracy
isn't
here.
a threat, it's a warning.
Let me go ahead and just tell
Bridge,
them,
air detachment
warn
reports
them
Seahawk ready for launch. Comes
before
the call
we
over the net.
obliterate
Launch
them.
the bird. The MH-60R Seahawk helicopter lifts off from the flight deck, rotors chopping through the heavy air. It banks hard towards the threat vector, its nose-mounted camera already transmitting live infrared video back to the CIC. The aircraft climbs to 600 feet, then starts a wide orbit above the merchant vessel. Skiffs now within 4 nautical miles, the aircrew radios. Visual confirmation, 5 boats, armed personnel aboard, no national markings. The
You already
commanding
know where they're
officer
coming from,
studies
bro.
the feed.
You
the
know.
Seahawk's camera shows the skiffs head on. Outboard motors, makeshift weapons, ladders tied across the hull. The pirates are now between the destroyer and the merchant ship, boxed in without even realizing it. Deploy RHIB teams to standby, the CO orders. 2 rigid-hulled inflatable boats are lowered into the water but remain alongside. Visible, deliberate, controlled. The Navy's show of force is clear, yet restrained. Unidentified vessels, you are ordered to disengage immediately. This area is under U.S. Navy protection.
Oh,
From
God,
above,
guys.
the Seahawk circles.
They're not
its
going to make
searchlight
it.
sweeping across the sea like a blade of white fire. The skiffs keep coming, but slower now. Out here, presence is power. For a few quiet years, piracy seemed to fade from the headlines.
It did.
But in 2024-25, it's back. Not in the movies, but in the same old waters off Puntland and around Socotra.
Right.
The reasons aren't mysterious. Western navies have shifted focus towards the Red Sea and the Houthi threat,
Right.
leaving fewer escort missions in the Gulf of Aden. EU NAV-4 patrols have thinned out and the merchant traffic has slowed. Ships running independently, burning less fuel and presenting easier targets. Modern pirates don't need warships or radar. They rely on open water, small, fast skiffs, and desperation. Many come from coastal villages in Somalia, where fishing has collapsed.
I mean, guys, that's exactly what it is. Like, I mean, like, we understand, like, the reasons why, like, the economic reasons why, right, they're doing it. But it still doesn't change the fact that they're doing it, if that makes any sense here, right?
Some are opportunists. Others organized by criminal networks with motherships waiting hundreds of miles offshore. U.S. Navy doctrine hasn't changed. They don't hunt pirates. They respond to distress calls. Their mission is deterrence,
Yeah, but sometimes those are
not
too late, though,
destruction.
guys.
Which means, right now, in the middle of the IRTC, that destroyer's presence is the thin gray line between order and chaos. The Seahawk circles once more, the spotlight carving a white arc over the waves. Down below, the pirate skiffs keep closing. 2.9 nautical miles, then 2.4.
Hey, bro
Their
is
formation
dumping something.
tightens, engines roaring as they surge toward the merchant vessel. Inside the destroyer's combat information center, the tension sharpens. Every console hums, every operator is focused. The CO leans over the tactical screen. "Maintain weapons hold," he says quietly. "We deter, not engage." Skiffs now within 2 miles, the
that's
Seahawk
fair,
pilot
I
reports.
guess.
They're splitting, 3 towards the merchant, 2 turning broadside. The destroyer's loudspeaker booms across the sea. "Unidentified vessels, you are approaching a U.S. Navy protected corridor. Stop engines and turn away immediately." Still no response. The bridge crew watches as the first water cannon bursts erupt from the destroyer's deck. Thick columns of seawater arcing across the surface, exploding in white fans. It's not a weapon, but it sends a message loud and clear.
It's enough.
The spray hits the water just ahead of the leading skiff, drenching the men on board. The pirates falter. One boat throttles down, another turns slightly, uncertain. The Seahawk drops lower, just 200 feet above the surface. The pilot keys the radio. "Unknown vessels, you are being monitored by a U.S. Navy aircraft. Disengage immediately." From the destroyer's bridge, the scene looks almost cinematic. The black silhouettes of the skiffs against a fiery orange sunrise, spray catching the light, rotors chopping the air. But no one on board the Navy ship mistakes it for a spectacle. Every move is measured, every decision is weighed. "Distance now 1.8 nautical miles, the CIC officer calls. Recommend maintain current posture." The CO nods. "Keep the guns trained, safety's on." The ship's forward 25mm mount quietly slews toward the contact. Its red targeting laser off, but ready. Nobody wants to use it. Everyone hopes they won't have to. Then, something changes.
Oh, you're going to have to, because they're not going to
The
stop.
lead skiff slows abruptly.
Wait.
Another boat swings wide. Through the Seahawk's IR feed, the heat signatures scatter. Confusion. The radio crackles again from the aircrew. Skiffs altering course, bearing southeast. Speed dropping. Looks like they're breaking off.
Maybe they
On
realize.
the bridge, a single breath escapes. Controlled relief. No shots fired. No
Okay.
injuries. Just the
I mean-
overwhelming presence of steel, discipline, and restraint. The
And a-
pirates
and a
fade into
destroyer.
the haze, their wakes dissolving into the morning sea. The horizon calms again, the chaos dissolving into quiet blue. The Al Rayhan maintains her course. Her crew is still gripping the rails, eyes fixed on the retreating wakes. No one cheers, but the relief is palpable.
Right.
A silent gratitude carried on the warm, salty air. On board the destroyer, the call comes down. Set condition 4. Stations begin to stand down, but the crew stays alert. The
Obviously.
Seahawk banks wide, making one last pass before heading back to the flight deck. Its engines fade into a distant hum as the ship's crew watches the skiffs vanish into the glare of the sun. The bridge team reviews every step. Distance, timing, radio calls.
No, guys, you guys
deterrents.
did good. You guys
Everything
did good.
by the
Really
book.
good.
The commanding officer doesn't raise his voice or make a speech. He just says quietly, "Good work. That's how we win."
Right.
By not giving them the fight they want.
Okay.
In the Combat Information Center, the feed
Super
rewinds
honorable.
and plays the final moments. A reminder, even small decisions, when to speak, when to hold fire, carry the weight of international law and lives at sea. The destroyer keeps her speed at 20 knots, resuming patrol through the IRTC. The crew settles back into the rhythm of the mission, scanning, logging, waiting.
Getting back to
The sea looks peaceful
the
again,
daily.
but everyone on board knows better.
Right.
Out here, calm is temporary. No shots, no glory, just a convoy that keeps moving and a sea that stays open.
Now, guys.
The Gulf of Aden is calm again. The destroyer moves
Hold
on,
on.
turbines humming, horizon clean. But for the crew, that calm feels different now. Earned, not given. Sometimes the hardest fight is the one you never start. No shots, no chase, just presence, discipline, and the kind of silence that says everything. So let me ask you now. If you were the commanding officer that morning, would you have escalated?
Yeah,
Or would you have
probably.
held the line?
Nah.
Let me know in the comment.
I'll tell you this right now. I would have escalated. Again, I've said this numerous times. You give me any power, all right, I'll fix the problems. I'll make them so they don't exist. But the problem is, I'll probably end up like on some trial in like the Geneva Convention or something, guys. They'd get me. All right, I know that. I know it. I know they would get me. Right. And it's just because, guys, listen, I wouldn't just allow things to even happen. I mean, I get the idea of it being specifically like a deterrent, right? But I just wouldn't allow the things to happen in the first place. I'd be like, hold on, where are they coming from? Okay, that place is gone now. I'm telling you, that place, the whole place is gone. But yes, will that then potentially create like another IS scenario where you go to a place, destroy it, and then the children or relatives of the people who were basically obliterated, what will they do? They then will create a whole brand new entity of anti-Americanness. Because how dare these people come to my sovereign land and destroy us? I don't know, probably because you were doing craziness, right? That's probably why. Right, let's just be honest here, right? Upfront, upfront and honest here, guys. All right. Um, Guys, I'm super proud of these guys. Listen, I understand fully, and this is why they are all the commanding officer is a better man than me. I'll tell you this. I want to point this out here. I understand the whole idea of not wanting to specifically get into something or a kerfuffle specifically, where you have the ability or even the potential to end someone's existence. I understand that that should be weighed heavily, right? But if you're starting to realize that everything is starting to come from like a specific area on the planet, right? Maybe it's time to figure out how to solve that problem at least, right? Yes, I understand. The United States of America should not consistently be the world's police. We should not always and consistently have to solve other people's problems, guys. Because sometimes when we try to do that, we mess things up even deeper. Look at South America and Central America. We mess things up a little bit even deeper to the point where in 2 generations they flood our border. Why? Because we basically destroyed their country, right? I understand the aspect of these things here, um, but guys, it's either I'm trying to look at it from the angle that these pirates specifically would probably be coming from. Would you rather them break into whatever Western country you're currently in watching this video, right? Or do that absolute crazy debauchery, right? That's kind of, I think, where it's at here because no matter what, people are going to people, right? I mean, they're going to try to look for something, a way to feed their family, specifically if their country has completely failed. And they have now devolved into becoming pirates of the sea, basically. Right? They had in order to survive, joining basically roving sea gangs with motherships, criminal enterprises specifically, so they can feed their family because that's what they're doing here. I mean. People are going to people, and people are going to do whatever's needed to basically take care of their family. But again, I understand the aspect of that. I understand the desperation of it. I understand the fact that they're basically in a failed country that can't take care of its people by any means. Um, I understand all of these things here, but guys, once you start putting your nonsense onto someone else, let's not call it nonsense because that tends to offend people when I call people's problems nonsense sometimes. But let's just be completely honest here, right? What they're going through is absolutely terrible, right? But the moment you then start affecting other people's lives because your life is miserable, I no longer care about your plight. I'm telling you, guys. I mean, just like in the United States of America, if you're going to protest, protest. I'm glad. I will forever. I will forever back you protesting. Forever. I mean this to the depth of me here. Like I'm pretty consistent with this here. I want people to protest. Like if you have a problem with something, protest for it. Absolutely. But the moment you, the literal second you inconvenience anyone else, I don't care about what you're. I'm probably going to be permanently against what you're protesting. Like if you are protesting something, I'm going to side with it now, completely. Because the literal moment you inconvenience someone else, I don't care about your problems. And that's basically what's going on with these pirates. I understand there are things going on, but you're now taking people hostage. You're now ending people's existence, right? So I don't care about your problems anymore. Basically, that's kind of where I'm at with that. That may sound super harsh, but I think that I'm super real in the context of this here. Um, you know, and this is why I tell everyone, I say it all the time, don't give me power. Don't make me a mayor. Don't make me a governor. Don't make me a police chief. Don't put me in the don't make me a general in the military. I'm fixing problems. All right. I'll go listen, I'll be the war criminal. Not really. Why'd I say that? I don't know, guys. But you get what I'm saying here. I'll be that guy. I'll fix problems. I know I will. I know I would. I know I would. I'd fix the problems because again, I understand your plight. I understand your problem. I understand the fact that you're in a failed country. I understand all of these things. But you literally have zero right to inflict mass chaos on people who are not experiencing the same thing you're experiencing. You don't have the right to. Okay. But that's just my perspective here, obviously, guys. But listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe. And in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later. Guys, do you want to watch movies with me? I never actually thought to like promote it over here, guys. But if you guys do want to watch it, guys, we have hundreds of movies, and I mean hundreds of movies that we've reacted to. You guys can come watch them with me if you want to, along with many TV shows. Currently, we're working on the show Dexter, along with Vikings. And we have a lot of series that are already completed. But if you guys do want to watch it with me, the link is in the description. Everything's available at the second tier. But of course, if that's not your thing, guys, don't worry. Right? Listen, like and subscribe.